Hello there everybody, it is me, Undead Slayer, back again to form another video for you guys. So today, the topic of this video is on Madame Fusion. So Madame Fusion here. Madame Fusion is one of, I would say, the better legendary monsters in the game. She primarily made extra turn monsters such as Prince Charmless, Zyla the Faithful, I think even Voltaic more usable again since her skills can really counter anticipation. Plus her trait is actually really good. Granted, I don't have her maxed out just yet, it's a work in progress, but by the next video she should be she should be level 105. So let's start off with a trait. Her trait is really good. Hardened, so a blanket 20% chance to not get hit by negative effects. At rank 1, she starts the game off with a status caster self-evasion. So things such as pretty much everything. Like attacks, debuffs, they'll all miss. They won't even affect her. But at rank 3, she also gains a status caster positive effects protection. So for you to actually deal damage to her, you have to remove positive effects twice, assuming that she is rank 3. Let's go on with the skills. So, Excuse Me, which is a single target positive effect removal with a self extra turn. This is really good considering the fact it also has a 1 turn cooldown, so you can pretty much cycle this with one of her other skills. And that other skill is Ingenica Taught Me, which disables trait on one enemy while giving herself 1 extra turn. So, this is what made Madame Fusion extremely good back in the legendary era. If she got a turn in, say bye-bye to all of your positive effects and all your traits, cause she could just keep gaining extra turn after extra turn after extra turn like nobody's business. And better yet, she could turn transfer with your turn, which removes all negative effects from one ally before giving them 1 extra turn. So think of this such as Lindworm's Sequence Bender skill, but better. And then for the 4th skill, we actually have Focus Fusion, which restores 50% of stamina to all of her allies, while applying stamina regen to all her allies. So in total, all her allies are regaining 70% since the stamina regeneration recharges 20% of stamina each turn. Her other skills are also really good, and these are actually what made her more usable with people such as Zyla or Prince Charmless. Bend to Volt is a single target heavy magic damage to one enemy that applies thunder and nature weakness to one enemy, while giving Madame Fusion herself an extra turn. This was primarily used with people like Zyla or Voltaic or Charmless. Next up was Pyro Electric Fusion, which is a single target moderate magic damage that applies a random torture skill to all enemies. So between these two skills, it really depends. Like if you're using extra turn monsters like the old extra turn monsters, go for Bend to Vault. It is really windy outside, man. But if you're more so in today's meta, I would actually more rather run Pyro Electric Fusion, mainly because it's a good way to apply tortures to the enemy. Now personally, I do prefer Focus Fusion, mainly because I can already win with tortures like Curse and Drown from Thalassa and Wormlad, or by Death Countdown with Wormlad with Lindworm and Pierside. Alright, winds are really picking up today. Next up is Inertial Confinement Fusion. So it's a single target magic damage that removes all negative effects from all allies. So this is actually a really good skill. I personally don't really would run it, but it's a good skill nonetheless since it's a 0 cooldown, practically spammable aside from the 31 stamina cost, negative effect removal on her entire team. Bubble Fusion is a moderate magic damage to a single enemy that applies cooldown protection to all allies. So I guess I could see a reason why you would run this, but then again, in today's meta, you're running Madame Fusion with team speed runes and pairing him up with Linworm. But still, nonetheless, cooldown immunity is really good. Thermal nuclear fission, I wouldn't recommend running it. Immune to blind doesn't do much. Trustful Companion and Love Vault are her basic skills, so nothing too interesting there. Her relics, on the other hand, are the Banner and Staff relic. So Banner, Charging Banner, or better yet, the Mr. Beast Banner, since it increases maximum stamina by 62 points forever, while also functioning as a way better Charging Banner. For the staff, you want to go with the Cane of Atlantis or the Energizer Staff. I personally don't have neither. I do have a Cane of Atlantis, but it's being used by Linworm at the very moment. But still, nonetheless, this one Mr. Beast banner has helped a lot. And before we go into the battles, let's talk about her ult. Stellar Nucleosynthesis. So it deals massive special damage to all enemies while applying 3 random torture skills to all enemies. So practically this is like an ultimate that isn't really that amazing, because yes, it applies 3 random tortures, but those 3 random tortures could actually be the same tortures over and over. So it's practically like you have a chance of either applying 1 to 3 random tortures, but more likely than not you're applying 2 to 3. But I have gotten unlucky and only was able to apply 1 random torture since the others were the same. So let's take her out to PvP because she is very much usable despite being level 95. And the teams that I actually like using her with are with either Linworm and either Thalassa or Pearside. Oopsie daisy. I am very sorry there, everyone. Very sorry there that something happened. Alright, move that up there. It's either Thalassa, Pearside, Thundir, and I was actually really wanting to use Lamia, but I can't really at the very moment. Though Lamia would also make a very good choice. Or even Rakan would actually work. Pretty much Madame Fusion with any other legendary denier is going to work really well, assuming those legendary deniers are meta. And just so I also have a Pump Seed hatching up, and I am wondering whether to spend the gems or not. I am not. I am going to hold back. But Lord Pumpseed would work really well in that team. So I'm going to do 9 battles, 3 for each Thalassa, 3 for Thalassa, 3 for Pearside, and 3 for Grakan. So let's start off the game. So the main gimmick with this team is turn transferring into Madame Fusion, and then let her wreak havoc, and before that and after that turn transfer into Thalassa to Mega Freeze everyone. So that's the main gimmick with this team. But Anticipation does wreck any form of this team. Anticipation will literally kill this team. So people like Hardy or I believe Miseris can also wreck them. So teams like this don't actually affect me, since I could just remove everything. And with this much team speed, Linworm is more likely than not going to get the first turn in. So let us go into ×1 speed, sequence bender, and then let's do excuse me. Remove those positive effects. Ingenica taught me. Excuse me. Ingenica taught me. Excuse me. Ingenica taught me. And now that they're all trait disabled, we can turn transfer into War Master Thalassa. Apply Thalassa's Chosen on Lindworm, which applies Freeze Hater, and then we can do Cryotan's Breath. Applies Mega Freeze to all enemies. So here's the gimmick. Despite Lindworm having a very low attack stat, triple damage means, as you can see, a lot, since that's one-shotting 2 out of the 3 monsters. So let us kill Siamis. And then we can do Revert Events on Lindworm. Turn transfer into Madame Fusion. So we can do Stellar Nucleosynthesis. So her ult actually popped up. Interesting. Let us use it then. 3 random torches. Shock, Nightmares, and Quicksand. Ignition, Burning, and Poison. Jesus Christ, that heist is in a lot of pain. Let us add another one then. Drown. We can do Focus Fusion. Nothing really, so let's just do Focus Fusion to regain some stamina. Let us Greater Times Curse War Master Elvira. And we can do Revert Events on Lindworm. We can then do Sequence Bender into Madame Fusion. We can do Excuse Me. We make sure to keep Heist Trait disabled so his control immunity doesn't kick in. We can then Your Turn Thalassa. High Pressure. Thalassa's Chosen. And then Cryotan Breath. Then we can hit Heist with a Greater Times Curse and kill him. So that wasn't too bad. It was actually kind of easy. Also, this team here can and will counter the taunt plus double dodge area teams that you've been finding a lot. Though granted, you have to watch out since there have been times where after they revive. Speaking of which, we have a taunt double dodge area team. Normally I would skip this, but with this team, this is a breeze to beat. Let's go ×2 speed. Sequence Bender into Madame Fusion. Excuse me. Ingenica taught me. Excuse me. Ingenica taught me. Excuse me. Ingenica taught me. Don't you love to see it? The 2 most devastating legendary monsters, Grakon and Wormlad, suddenly looking like they're pretty much sitting ducks. We can turn transfer into Thalassa. Thalassa's Chosen on Lindworm. Cryotan Breath. Now let's see. Wormlad doesn't have a Uriel's Essence, but Grakon does, so we can do Greater Times Curse on Wormlad to kill him. Revert Events. Greater Times Curse on Grakon. Sequence Bender into Madame Fusion. And let's start the process all over again. Don't you just love it, having more stamina than what you normally would have? Focus Fusion. And then we can do Arctic Waves. Apply Drown and regular Freeze. And then we can just do Your Turn. High Pressure Fluid. Thalassa's Chosen. Recharge. Recharge. And Greater Times Curse to apply Curse while dealing massive damage. He should be dead after... Yeah, he should be dead. All that's left is to... I can actually kill him with Thalassa. And that's what we're going to do. Kill him with a Thalassa. Don't you just love seeing it? Seeing your monsters... Seeing these old meta legendary monsters taking out these mythic bases. Oh boy. It's quite fun, really. Ooh. 19 speed, 22k, and 14k. I have 23k speed, so I outspeed them. And we can do Sequence Bender. Excuse me. Ingenica taught me. Excuse me. Ingenica taught me. Excuse me. Ingenica taught me. And we're just going to turn transfer into Thalassa. Apply the Freeze Hater. And we can do Cryoton Breath. We can actually do Your Time's End has ended. But I'm going to Greater Times Curse Tabora. Actually no. I'm going on to do Baby Reversion later, so it's better to do Greater Times Curse Siamese. We can then do Age Overseer. We can then do Revert Events. High Pressure Fluid. Thalassa's chosen. And we pretty much have to beg that Arctic Waves actually lands. And it did land a freeze. So we are going to focus Fusion. Atrophy. So we can Sequence Bender and remove those buffs. It's so sad seeing such good traits go to waste. But at the same time, not really. And we can just do High Pressure Fluid. Thalassa's Chosen. Cryoton Breath. And Age Overseer. Greater Times Curse. Age Overseer. And we can revert events on myself. Doesn't really matter if they die now, since I'm free to wreak havoc. Greater Times Curse. I might be dead, but I'm back to life with another Greater Times Curse. So that was a close battle, but still, it was a win. Let's switch this up here. Let's go to Pier Side now. So let's just do the little rune swap. As you can see, I am broke on level 7 runes, but still. A rune discount event is going to happen soon enough, and I'm going to remove a bunch of runes soon. Pier Side is a dark monster. Let's go. Let's throw in. So everyone, this might actually be a long video. Actually, how long have I been recording? 18 minutes. Well, we might make this a 30-minute video. Why? Why? Because it's fun. That's why. And no, we're screwed. That Hardy is going to insta-kill everyone. Chuckle-Muckle isn't that big of a problem, but Hardy is. But I'm also going to explain the gimmicks on this specific team. So, Kodama, Tabora, Bombeta. So, the gimmick of this team is like the same as the Thalassa team, except this time Pier Side can cooldown activate and possess. But Pier Side can also apply Death Countdown, so it's a matter of stalling. And this team practically immortalizes stalling. Sequence Bender. Excuse me. Ingenica taught me. Excuse me. These traits here are practically gone. Your turn to Pier Side. Sit and Lose, which activates all cooldowns on all enemies while applying a 3-turn death countdown to all enemies. I think I'm screwed. Yeah, I'm screwed. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that. Well, that's one barrel loss and 3 more to go. I was not expecting that. God dang. Alright, so I know for a fact Iguanazor does have a 0 cooldown skill. So Sequence Bender, excuse me. Jenica taught me. Excuse me. Remove the True Vision. I was not expecting that though. Wow. Possess you in one go. So that's a dead Madam Fusion. We can Sequence Bender. We can then possess their Iguanazor. And we can do Sit and Lose. The reverse healing is amazing. I'll say that, everyone. Reverse healing is amazing. So that's 1 battle down, 2 to go. This is a fun team. So Tabora, Siamese, and Daedalus. I am faster. Sequence Bender. Trait disable everyone. Sit and lose. Overt events. So then Sequence Bender. Excuse me, reinstate everything. Make sure they're all possessed. Well, all trait disabled, and then we possess. Your turn. Possess you in one go. What was that? So they're back. So she's back, but we'll kill her. That's a dead Siamese. Never mind. That is odd. So I guess since the healing took place, I don't know what the heck happened there. We are going to all in your head. Yeah, sure, why not? Focus Fusion. Excuse me. Jenica taught me. Your turn. That's the inner beast. Thank you for that. Out of my cage. Greater Times Curse. That is the second battle one, and we will do one more with Pierside before moving into Grakon. Ooh, Sylvanas 2099. COVID-19. So this is actually going to be interesting, since Vanos has Pierce, but I can remove everything. Excuse me. Jenica taught me. Excuse me. Jenica taught me. Excuse me. Jenica taught me. Your turn. I don't know if he's running Bolt Strike or not, so we're going to possess you in one go. falling like flies. He doesn't have the pump. He doesn't have the Cane of Atlantis, so we can just do a. Oh, they're all out of stamina, so we can just do revert events on himself. Should remove stamina. Yep. Turn transfer into Madame Fusion. Remove everything again while trait disabling them. That's my last Sinister Beast charge. And we can do turn transfer into Linworm. Age Overseer. Revert events. We can do sit and lose to activate all their cooldown. Focus Fusion. Sequence Bender. Out of my cage Vanoss. Greater times Curse. I was ulted. I might actually lose this now. Never mind, I won. I'm back. Ooh, that was weird. That was interesting. Alright. Now, that was heart racing, I'll say. Let us go into Rakan, and that will be the end of the video. I'm very sorry for that, and Rakan. I think I can even get away with like a 3-speed Rakan, but team speed is a way better choice. So the main focus of this team is just killing them with torture. Well, what have we here? The double dodge area teams again, I see. Screw you. We're winning this now. Remove everything. Turn transfer into Rakan. We shall chance at a swamp everyone. Apply that curse and poison. Baby reversion. What the heck was that? Was that Wang Zhao shield or something? Was that Wang Zhao shield? No. Oh, Theades' armor. We can Wisdom Decay Rakan. Revert events. Excuse me. Focus Fusion. Sequence Bender. It's pretty much like the same thing. I think Renata can have a 0 cooldown, 0 stamina cost attack, so feel free to rot her. Bloody Roots. Revert events. Jenica taught me. Focus Fusion. Kill Rakan. We can chance at the swamp again. Revert events. Sequence Bender. And let's start the process. Focus Fusion. Greater times Curse. Dead. So that's a 1 battle 1 with Rakan. And no, we're not going to do that. That Hardy is going to one-shot me. Ooh, a Henrich Ignis Armorclaw team. This should be fun. So, also, by the way, I wouldn't worry about Ignis going first in this team. With this team, Ignis always does the AoE positive effect removal plus either vulnerable or fire weakness skill, and that technically doesn't do much. Like, that skill doesn't even do damage. See, it's this easy. Your turn to Lindworm. Actually, no, we're just going to Grakon so we can stun. So you can CD a Henrich. Oh, when turn starts. Age Overseer. And I am screwed. I should have Bloody Roots. So that's 2 losses of Grakon. We're going to do 2 more. Alright, so Iguanazor, Lindworm, plus a Ignis. It shouldn't be that hard, I hope. Doing the process. And we show Wisdom of Decay. Lindworm should be, keyword should be, denied for another turn since I purposefully targeted him. Excuse me. Jenica taught me. You're going to be your turn, Grakon. Bloody Roots. Feel free to rot. And we shall kill them with Chance at the Swamp. And she should, and yeah, Ignis was Bloody Roots, so nothing bad will happen. And we shall focus Fusion. Still has to, oh, we can actually do this now. Turn, remove everything. Your turn. Wisdom of Decay. Yeah, recharge. Recharge. Bloody Roots. That's 2 battles down with Grakon. And we shall do the final one. Miseris. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I can actually do this. Miseris is just there with a Megataunt monster. I actually haven't seen Miseris in so long. Kodama, Tabora, yeah, easy win. Excuse me. Jenica taught me. Excuse me. Jenica taught me. Excuse me. Jenica taught me. Your turn to Grakon. We shall Wisdom Decay Tabora. Age Overseer. Revert events. Chance of the Swamp. Sequence Bender. Bloody Roots. Age Overseer. Revert events. So he's not running the 2 skills that you would normally run on Kodama. Wow. The true relics that are mainly used for Kodama aren't being run? That's interesting. So that's about it for today, everyone. I hope you all enjoy. Like and subscribe if you did. And I shall see you all next time. Bye-bye.